viewers, the farmers' agitation near Delhi from Punjab and Haryana is now the talk of, that's consuming the news media. Now, before I come to the main problem of what are the farmers actually agitating, there is a major attitudinal problem of the central government. The central government either does not know how to communicate or does not communicate. Now, the central government, what it does is it enacts a law and says this is good for you. But the end user should actually feel that the law enacted is actually good for them. This does not happen. So the central government enacted what is called the CAA or the Citizen Amendment Act, and people said no, this is not correct, and they agitated. Now you have the farmers' law. The farmers, that is the end user, the farmers in Punjab and Haryana and other places in India feel that these three bills that the central government has enacted are not good for them. Now either the central government should tell the farmers, see, this is what it is, and then convince them, but this does not happen. So the farmers are now agitating. First, they pushed the bill, the three bills across in Parliament without much debate, either inside or outside Parliament. Now, it's the attitude of the BJP that it is my way or highway. So now PM today in his Mann Ki Baat says that he is with the farmers, that he respects farmers, he's pro-farmers, but that does not translate into reality. After the agitation went out of control, Home Minister Amit Shah now says, let's talk. Now this talking should have done much before the agitation started. Now that didn't happen. So now the farmers' agitation, the farmers are determined that the three bills should go back. The central government is determined that the three bills should be pushed ahead. This is what the farmers' agitation is about. Now, why are the farmers in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and other states in northern India agitating? They are very uncomfortable with the three bills that the central government has passed. They feel that there will be a corporatization of the farmers. That is, the laws essentially removes, what is called the mandis, which is quite famous in Punjab. It has been right from time immemorial. These mandis have acted as pro-farmers. These are the places where farmers come and sell their produce, and the mandis or the commission agents, give them all the support. Now, this new laws would remove these mandis. That is the first agitational problem. Second is, the center says it is for minimum guarantee price or minimum support price, the MSP. Now the farmers are asking, if you are actually for MSP, why not include that in the law and guarantee us the MSP? But that the central government is not willing to do. So there is somewhere some problem happening over here. Some hidden agenda is there in these three laws that they have enacted. The ideal way would be to have the MSP incorporated into this. But then what happened was, after the three bills were enacted, Punjab promptly withdrew these three bills and said, no, we are not going to obey these three bills. And the opposition parties in Punjab also, mainly the Shiromani Akali Dal, also joined the government and said, yes, we are not going to support these three bills. But when it came to Haryana, it's a BJP ruled state, and so they cannot go against the central laws. The BJP government in Haryana said, no, these laws are good and we will implement them, but at the same time we will talk to the farmers. Uttar Pradesh also had the same problem. So on the one hand, you had Punjab government and the opposition supporting the farmers, and Haryana not supporting, so the farmers are agitated, and Uttar Pradesh farmers are also agitated because they are not getting support. So from all these three states, the farmers came on to Delhi to put pressure on the central government. And that is the crux of the matter, what the agitation is all about. The ideal way to go about is to call the farmers for talks and agree to what. There's no use standing on ego or standing on prestige. One person should actually give way. And mind you, it affects the farmers across India, but it is the border of Haryana, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh that has been traditionally the hotbed of agitations. They're very, very, very vociferous about it, and that's where it's happening. And traditionally this has been happening because, for example, between 2014 2019, there were three major agitations in the same area. First was the Jat agitation, in which about 30 people were killed. Then you had the Ram Rahim, in which 41 people were killed. And you had another godman, Rampal, when he was arrested, about 7 people were killed. So traditionally, this area between Punjab, Haryana border and Delhi has been a hotbed of agitation. So this time also the farmers have chosen this place. And mind you, this time the farmers have come with enough ration and they are determined to stay on in Delhi. And the Delhi government is also supporting the farmers. So you have a major crisis in hand. And the central government says, okay, you come for talks, and farmers say, before we come for talks, assure us something. So finally, what should actually happen is the central government should, concede a little ground to the farmers. There is no use saying we are pro-farmers and the farmers are the backbone of India's economy and this and that, and at the same time acting against the farmers, using water cannons, using violence against farmers. This gives a bad impression and bad message also across. So finally, in conclusion, the best way out would be for talks, and for that the first move has to be made by the central government, and that's the only way out. Thank you, viewers.